Hi, one best for our sports picks. I'm Peter Loshak. He's Mike Brenner. We're the odds couple. We come to you from sportsbookreview.com, SBRodds.com. It's Wednesday, October 26th. We're in the heart of Week 9 of college football. I love this, Mike Brenner. We're talking right now with Joe Gavazzi from winningsportsadvice.com.
That's another guy that loves it.
Joe Gavazzi has given a lot of great advice. He's a guy who's really gotten the attention of he's very understated, but his advice and his picks are second to none. And we're going to cover 3 games from college football Week 9. All very interesting games, a couple of major ones, and then one minor one. We're going to start with this one, Kent State, Central Michigan. Now, Mike Brenner, while you're going out having a normal life of a human being, I'm crunching these minor college football games. This is one that I looked at pretty carefully on the opening line. Kent State, Central Michigan. Central Michigan opened at about 13. Now it's up to 15 or 15 and a half. Kent State, as you remember last week, I gave the under in that game.
Yes.
One of the main reason for that was Kent State has a very limited offense, right? They're all about this quarterback, Holly. He's their leading rusher.
You broke that one down perfectly, Pete.
Yeah. Kent State is a team that's very limited. Central Michigan, they've lost 4 out of the last 5 ATS, but we've seen them this year. They can have a big game.
Yeah.
I was looking at this. I was thinking, man, I'd love to take Central Michigan, but I held off a little bit. I'm still not sure what I think about it. I'm really glad that we're going to talk with Joe Gavazzi about this one. I wonder if he's going to like Central Michigan here. Did you look at this at all, Mike Brenner?
Yeah, I did. And you know what? I wish first half lines would come out sooner because this is the kind of game when the initial line came out before it jumped up. That would have been a perfect spot.
Well, because the reason they don't come out sooner is because they
know
know that if they put them out.
Absolutely. And I know. And again, I'm dreaming.
Them, so,
hey,
right,
if horses were, if wishes were beggars and horses would ride, or something like that. Wishes were horses, then beggars would ride. My dad used to tell me that. But anyway, no, I did look into it. But this line's just too much for me. But I think they really need this win, and I think they understand that there's spots where they could have, and not that they're worried about covering spreads, but there's games and spots where they could have played better ball. So I think they clean up a little bit. And Kent State, like you said, that is such a limited offense, and they're not trying to think outside the box. But I'm listening to what Joe Gavazzi has to say about this one, and I'm
Joe
anxious.
Gavazzi from winningsportsadvice.com. What do you think? Central Michigan, now it's minus 15. Is that worth a play?
It is worth a play, minus 15 points. And if you read my article this week on the SBR site, you'll find that Kent State is one of our towel tossers. Quite briefly, we look at 2-6 straight up or worse teams coming off back-to-back losses when the realization has set in that they will not be going to a bowl this year. Maybe Kent knew that at the start of the year, because under current coach Mike Haynes, they certainly have come nowhere near qualifying for a bowl. And you guys are right on when talking about their offense. 13 points a game last year, and recently, the last 2 weeks, they've only averaged 267 yards per game, and that against limited teams, Miami, Ohio, and Ohio U. That ain't going to get it done. Central Michigan, on the other hand, reborn under Bonamigo in his second year. And this is a Chippewa team that at 5-3 straight up is ready to make a move and qualify for their bowl game. Central Michigan played valiantly in a loss to Western Michigan last week, with running back Spalding fumbling at the goal line, and what could have made that a very competitive game. I like Central Michigan. Provide cheap thrills to the fans in Mount Pleasant as they rout Kent State by more than 3 touchdowns in our cheap thrills game of the week.
All right. I love it. It's 15 or 15.5 market wide, but the Greek actually still has 14.5. So Joe Gavazzi recommending that you get an account of the Greek and take Central Michigan minus 14.5. Mike Brenner and I would recommend that maybe we think about this and maybe think about adding it to our
Joe's
slates.
car. That's the bottom line. I got to say this real quick, because I've been doing videos with Joe, from last year. You two have a way of coming up with these categories for your picks. The big balls pick. Joe also, he has these categories. I love it, and I don't know I guess that's why he doesn't get outside too much, because he's in there. You're crunching numbers.
I don't get outside that much.
And he's crunching subtitles. I love it. It's beautiful.
Well, the point is, I think we've identified value probably on the first half as well. Mike Brenner, maybe we'll add it to our official slate. Joe Gavazzi recommending a play on Central Michigan minus 14.5. I was definitely leaning that way on the opening line. Wish I had grabbed it at 13 or 14. Joe Gavazzi from winningsportsadvice.com. Thanks so much.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.